yourself so. You know what you gonna do? You rock so, like you never did before. You dip so, till you dip through my floor. Stand so, oh yeah. You come so, come alive. And life is up yourself. Life is up yourself. Life is up yourself. Everybody wants to do. Life is up yourself. What is that? I don't know. I'm not trying to wonder why you wonder why you up yourself. There's no reason. Life is up yourself. There's an open.
Everybody, welcome to Heart of Texas Speedway, our annual Fireworks night here at Heart of Texas Speedway, along with the Baby Blue Memorial, $5,000 to win stock cars. I tell you what, we're going to get a little bit of an early start. I need kiddos that knows the Pledge of Allegiance. Come on down here.
Weston,
Braxton, come on down. Anybody knows the Pledge of Allegiance? Kiddos, come on down. While we're getting ready and getting the kiddos down here, a few little housekeeping items. This front fence, we want to stay off of this front fence while we're racing. We don't want something to come up in the stands and hurt you, and we also don't want you to be blocking the view of other people. So please stay off of this fence during racing. Plenty of trash receptacles throughout the facility, so you got any trash throughout the night, please do us a favor, throw that trash away. That'll help us at the end of the night pick up and clean up. And if you rented a chair, be sure to return that chair back to its proper place at the end of the night. That'll keep us from having to run through the stands and pick up chairs throughout the night. So once again, thank everybody for being here at the Baby Blue Memorial Race. Marcus Harcrow down here to help me with I'm going to help him with the national anthem, I think. So we'll see how that works out. So kiddos, come on down here. We're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance. But first, kiddos, I want y'all to turn around and look up in the stands. And anybody here that has served in the military, that has helped defend this country, whether it's been during hot war or cold war or whatever, you've served in the military, stand up. Kiddos, look up there. That's why we get to do what we get to do. Without these guys and gals, we couldn't do what we love to do. Anybody on the front line working, the tow truck drivers, police officers, paramedics, they defend us and protect us day in and day out. When I have an accident on I-35 because I'm an idiot driving, they're the ones here helping me out. So y'all stand up. We want to thank you, paramedics and EMS and police, tow truck drivers. Thank y'all. We're going to take a quick second to remember the missing in action and the prisoners of war in the past. They never got to come home. Families never got to get that closure. We never got to know exactly what happened. Take a second just to think that and remember about what they went through and to thank them for their sacrifice they made. All right, now if everybody will stand up, remove your hats. Pastor Jim's going to lead us in a moment of prayer.
First of all, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here tonight. And Lord, and I pray to the Lord that you have a blessed weekend. Let's pray. Father God, we come to you, Lord, and just thank you and praise you for loving us. Thank you for your grace. And Lord, I lift up our drivers to you right now and just ask for watch, care, and safety over each one of them, over their pit crews and their families that are up there in the pits. Lord, I thank you for each one of these fans, each person, each family represented here tonight. Lord, I just lift up to you and ask for blessings, prosperity, and health. Lord, thank you for our veterans, the men and women that fought for the freedoms that we have, and the men and women that are currently protecting those freedoms. I say a special prayer for each one of them as well. Lord, thank you for loving us, for sending your Son to die for us on the cross. And all this will praise and glorify you. For it's in his holy name that we pray. Amen.
Amen. Now, kiddos, get up here. Gather up close. Come here. We need you close at the flag, just like in school. Pastor Jim, you help him out?
Yes. Ready?
Hand over your hearts.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good job, kiddos. Good to see these kiddos knowing that. Marcus? Everybody turn to the Stars and Stripes.
Yeah, look at the flag. Don't look at us.
Look at the flag. Don't look at Joe and Marcus. Marcus, your mom has sang the national anthem for us many times, and here we are again. Cody Daniel out there. Let's go.
We won't do it near as good as she did.
No, we won't.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good job, buddy.
Done good. Y'all done good.
Yeah, but Gracie ate it. Gracie ate it.
All right, welcome to Heart of Texas Speedway. Here we go. Street stock heat race number 1 out on the racetrack. Get our lineup from My Race Pass. You're watching online at Race on Texas All Access Pass. Thank you to Chris David and everybody over there at Race on Texas that make that work out. 2 heats of your street stocks tonight. Trey Votaw on the inside pole, on the outside the 1B of Brandon Hood. Inside the 68 of Wade White, and the outside the X of Gage Fuller. Inside row number 3, the 76S Cody Daniel, on the outside the 84 of Robert Shepard. Inside the 4725 Benji Kirkpatrick, and the outside of 10 Hartgrove. Ryan Hartgrove in the 10 car. Up on the top side is going to be Brandon Hood, now down the back straightaway, but Votaw has a good run on the bottom side. Track very first race of the night for the racetrack. Brandon Hood up on the top side, Votaw on the bottom side in that BNB chassis. Wade White now in the 3rd position, followed by Benji Kirkpatrick in the 4725. Votaw still on the bottom side. Brandon Hood 3-wheeling it around the top side to 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway to through 1 and 2 now. It's still going to be the Hood Rat, Brandon Hood, followed by Votaw, Wade White, and Benji Kirkpatrick, followed by last year's champion, the 76S of Cody Daniel. Little caution flag, caution, caution, caution. Not sure what happened there. Pastor Jim, what happened? He doesn't know either. He's looking above. All right. 3 laps down. 5 laps to go. Votaw going to get up beside Wade White. It's going to be Brandon Hood, Votaw, Wade White, Benji Kirkpatrick, 76S of Cody Daniel, and the 10 of Hartgrove, and the 84 Robert Shepard, and Gage Fuller in that final position. Rolling down the back straightaway, the lights will be going out. This is the Baby Blue Hartgrove Memorial Race. $5,000 to win for your IMCA stock cars. Street stocks will be racing tomorrow night as well. Draw, redraw, and the green flag is out. Brandon Hood with a good jump. Pulls the field by about 4 car lengths. Brandon Hood up on the top side, 3-wheeling it down the back straightaway, followed by Votaw. Now Benji Kirkpatrick in the 4725, and then Wade White in the 68, and then Cody Daniel in the 76. Top 5 wheels redraw, so 1st and 5th all in the middle, all redraw, all the same. Five laps down, 3 to go. Brandon Hood, that Hood Rat can drive a race car. I don't care what he's in, if it's a street stock, if it's a factory stock, if it's a stock car or a modified, he can wheel a race car.
The Hood Rat in the 1B, Brandon Hood. 2 laps to go, 2 flags in the air, 2 to go. This time by 6 down and 2 to go. It's going to be Brandon Hood, followed by Trey Vota. Benji Kirkpatrick gets up on the backside of Vota, does not make contact. White flag is out. It's going to be Brandon Hood. Oh, Brandon Hood almost loops it, gathers it up. That's going to let Vota get up beside him. That's going to let Kirkpatrick get up on the outside of Vota. This time, checkered flag. It's going to be Hood, Kirkpatrick, Vota, White, Daniel, Shepard, and Gage Fuller rounding out the field. Heat race number 1 in the books. Up next, heat race number 2 for your Outlaw Street Stocks. The 48, Mike Land on the pole, and the outside, the 22 of Ed Thompson. Outside will be the 22 of Ed Thompson. Inside, 18K of Tommy Honey. And the outside will be the 714 of Charles Melvini. Inside, row number 3, the $11 to Alex Reed. And the outside, the 251 of Brent Mayfield. Inside, row number 4, the 32 of Joe Williams. And the outside, Barry Gaston. Gaston on the outside. Tommy Honey with a good start on the inside. Tommy Honey down on the bottom side, followed by the 22 of Ed Thompson, the old man Ed Thompson. 48, Mike Land, followed by the 32, Smoking Joe Williams. Tommy Honey, always a contender here at Heart of Texas Speedway. Started second row inside, all the way up to the lead, and leading by about a half of a straightaway now will be Tommy Honey. T. Honey, followed by the 22 of Ed Thompson, and 32 of Smokey Joe Williams, and 251 of Brent Mayfield. Tommy Honey now way out to the front, but now back for that second position. It's going to be Smoking Joe Williams down on the bottom side, followed by the 251 and Brent Mayfield, and Ed Thompson getting shuffled back into that 4th position. Now the 251 Mayfield working the bottom side, trying to get underneath Smoking Joe Williams. Joe Williams in the 32, 251 of Brent Mayfield. Mayfield working the bottom side, Williams up on the top side. Williams with the momentum down the back straight. We'll get 2 flags in the air this time by 2 to go. It's still going to be momentum for the 32 of Joe Williams, followed by the 251 of Mayfield and the 22 of Thompson and the 714 of Malvane. White flag is out for T. Honey in the 18K. T. Honey making it look like a cakewalk out here. Your heat race number 2 winner. Mayfield skates up top, high on the top side of 1 and 2. This is what we are all here for tonight, your IMCA stock cars. Looking forward to these races. Here's what we're going to do tonight, kiddos. We are going to run 2 sets of heat races. The first set of heats, and we're going to run them, and then we're going to invert them, and then we're going to flip them over. If you started on the pole, you start on the back. If you start on the back, you start on the pole. And after that, we're going to add up your passing points. We'll talk about passing points a little bit later on, try to explain how that works. And once we get that figured out, we will run an A qualifier. The top 24 will run the A qualifier tonight. So your IMCA stock cars out on the field right now. 8 sets of heats. Heat number 1, here we go. Allison Morris on the pole and the 70 of G.W. Egbert on the outside. 48 of Raymond McSpadden on the inside. The 84 is Zach Terry. The P74 of Ryan Powers, Thomas Hall, Bryce Burton, Joe O'Brien, and Cameron Cook. Remember, you start on the backside and you work your way up to the front. That's a lot of passing points. G.W. Egbert started up on the front row outside. Now is going to lead them down the back straightaway. Raymond McSpadden down on the inside. It's going to be G.W. Egbert, followed by the 94 Allison Morris. 48R of Raymond McSpadden now works up in that second position. Raymond McSpadden going to diamond it, turn it down, and drive it down the back straightaway. But it's still all G.W. Egbert all the time right now in that 70 car. 70 of G.W. Egbert, followed by the 48 of Raymond McSpadden. 4 wide down the front straightaway. Joe O'Brien started deep in the pack and has now worked his way up into the top 4. 74 of Ryan Powers now up in that top 4, a Kennedale local racer. 17 around Bryce Burton. Let's keep it going, 17. Let's keep it going, 17. Caution on the Speedway, 17. Bryce Burton getting turned around. Once again, we're working off of passing points. So you start on the front and you win it, you get 100 points or something like that. I don't know the exact numbers. You start on the back and you win it, you get like 140 points. There is a schedule, there is a chart out there somewhere. I can just tell you, come from the back and win, and you do very well. Cornbread was trying to send off the 17. It didn't work, Cornbread. Out front is going to be the 70 G.W. Egbert, 48R Raymond McSpadden, a 114 of Thomas Hall Jr. Thomas Hall Jr. has had a very strong run the last couple of weeks here. He has been very good in the stock car in the 114. That kid has been very consistent and very competitive. Frisbee time in the infield, thanks to Dirt Defender and Billy Vest. All right. Lights are out down the back straightaway. G.W. Egbert can go at any given point. G.W. Egbert on the inside. Raymond McSpadden. Let's go, drivers. G-Dub up on the top side. Thomas Hall. McSpadden gets a little loose. Diamonds it down. O'Brien a little bit out of shape. That's going to shove him back in that 6th position. Joe O'Brien started 10th. See if he can work his way up towards the front and get a few more passing points. But it's going to be the 70 of G-Dub, the 114 of Thomas Hall, Cameron Cook. Now it's going to be Raymond McSpadden, Cameron Cook, Ryan Powers, Joe O'Brien, the 17, Bryce Burton. Oh, we got a nose piece on the back straightaway. Oh, we're going to let him race around the nose piece. It's plastic. Let's keep going, drivers. Work around it. Oh, Cameron Cook wipes out the nose piece. G.W. Egbert coming to the checker flag here. He raced number 1 winner. G.W. Egbert, followed by the 114 of Thomas Hall, the 48 Raymond McSpadden, Cameron Cook, Ryan Powers. Joe O'Brien will round out the top 5 in your heat race number 1. Oh, Mr. Buddy brings me a baked potato with everything on it and some barbecue. That looks yummy. I tell you what, if you have not had a baked potato here, you need that baked potato, I promise you. Miss Schoenrock, you want to bite of that?
I want to wish Cheryl Miller a happy birthday tomorrow.
Cheryl Miller a happy birthday tomorrow. Manana. Cheryl Miller a happy birthday. Where you at, girl? Y'all wish her a happy birthday. All right, heat race number 2. On the pole, the 489 of Anthony Otkin, outside the 38 of Daniel Shipler. Inside row number 2, the 37 of Jeffrey Abbey, and the outside the 27 of Michael Wolford. Inside, that's our buddy Marcus Harkrow in the 29, and the outside the 47-25 of Benji Kirkpatrick. Inside row number 4, the 83 of Daryl Campbell. And the outside, the 22 of Justin Waringa. Shotgun on the field, the 21E, Alan Essenberg. Essenberg starting shotgun. Remember, it's all about passing points. Get to the front as fast as you can. 3 wide down the front straightaway. The 37 of Jeffrey Abbey says, I'll just take the front row right now. Slides it up front in front of Atkin. Say goodbye to the 37 of Abbey. Slides it up in front of Atkin. Slides it in front of Schiffler, and he is gone. Like a whole shot out of a canyon. The 37 of Jeffrey Abbey. Abbey, followed by the 29 of Marcus Harkrell. We got one around facing the wrong way. Pastor Jim, you want some of this? I got a lot here, buddy. I can't eat all this. I got to walk up and down the stairs later on, do driver's interviews. I can't eat all this, I promise you. I probably will, though. Buddy Koska with the food up here. Holy moly, that's a good baked potato. Got me some barbecue in there, some sour cream, some cheese. Oh. Jim, you might have to announce the rest of the night. I'm just going to eat barbecue baked potato and take a nap. All right, one lap down. Everybody watching on Race on Texas All Access Pass. $39.99 a month. That gets you all month long. Be sure to check Heart of Texas Speedway as your home track. Half that money will come back to Heart of Texas Speedway. That helps us throughout the winter time, throughout the time when we're not racing the rainouts. And that money comes back to the racetrack and is appreciated. Helps pay for some bills. Helps pay the announcers' invoices. Nice crowd tonight for Fireworks. Fireworks will be about 10 o'clock tonight, Pastor Jim, give or take. Don't forget, we do have a special provision and permission. We have special permission for the fireworks tonight. If you're in the pits, in the driveway, you cannot be setting off fireworks. Thanks, McLennan County. But here we go, down the back straightaway. It's going to be 37 of Jeffrey Abbey going to set the pace. Here we go. Heat race number 2 underway. Abbey up on the top side. Harkrow. Here comes a 47 and 25 of Benji Kirkpatrick. We've been seeing Benji Kirkpatrick dominating the street stocks all year long. Gets into the stock car for $5,000 to win. Imagine that. 47-25, but Kirkpatrick has a lot of laps around this racetrack. Gonna lead him down the back straightaway is to Jeffrey Abbey in at 37. Now Benji Kirkpatrick closes that gap right on the bumper of Abbey. Kirkpatrick gonna work the bottom side. We have seen that loose 47-25 work the bottom side, work his way through and right around the tires so many times through the past 20 years, give or take. See if he can do it once again and work on that bottom side. Kirkpatrick starting place number 6. Gonna make some good passing points from 6 up to 2. And gonna see if he can get it a little bit better at that point. Is 5 laps down, 3 to go. We're gonna get 2 in the air next time by. Kirkpatrick gonna diamond it down, drive it underneath. Oh, little contact. No harm, no foul. Gonna lift up and let him go. 2 to go this time. It's gonna be Abbey, Kirkpatrick, Harkrow, 22 of Waringa, 489 of Atkin. Rounds out the top 5. White flag is out. It is still gonna be Abbey, Kirkpatrick, Marcus Harkrow. Checkered flag for your heat race number 2. It's going to be Jeffrey Abbey, followed by the 47-25 Benji Kirkpatrick. Remember, top 24 after the 2 heat races will go into the A main tonight. Heat race number 3 for your stock cars rolling out on the field. 97 of Doug Lorenz, and the outside the C3 of Chris Birmingham. Inside the 5H of Lance Hansen, and the outside Jason the Acrobat. Inside row number 3, the 17 of John Friedrich, and the outside the 28J of Justin Neighbors in that new car. Inside row number 4, David Good in the 13G, and outside the 73 of Mark Douglas. Shotgun on the field, Weston Abbey in the 12. Y'all keep an eye on the 12. He has the most points to make right now. And don't forget, the next heat race, he will start on a pole, starting on the backside of this one. Lights will be going out on the back straightaway. Here we go. Man, that baked potato is good. Doug Lorenz with a good start. Through the middle of the racetrack. Hansen on the bottom side. Here comes Jason Batt. Oh, no go, they said. Maybe Doug Lorenz had a little bit too good of a start. Don't forget, tomorrow night at intermission, we are having a driver's auction for your stock cars. If you've never been here, don't know how that works, I'll explain it to you. Come up here to the announcer's booth. I'll explain how it works. Essentially, you buy a driver. If your driver wins, you get half the money in the pot, and the driver gets half the money in the pot. Always been fun wherever we go. Here we go. Restart. Lorenz. Birmingham. Better start that time. Door to door. Coming out of 4 drivers. Good job. Hansen on the bottom. Gonna see if he can work the bottom of the racetrack. It's gonna be Lance Hansen. Still Doug Lorenz up and through the middle of the top of the racetrack. Jason Batt trying to find somewhere to work. Down the back straightaway, it's going to be Doug Lorenz, Lance Hansen, Birmingham, Batt, David Good. Good now underneath Jason Batt, wants to mix it up with a 9 car. 3 wide down the back straightaway. It's going to be Doug Lorenz, Hansen, Birmingham, Batt, Good. 12 of Abbey now, all the way up into that 5th position from dead last. Up on the top side is going to be the 97 of Doug Lorenz, followed by Hansen. Jason Batt now up in that 3rd position. Doug Lorenz, Hansen, Batt. Good work in the bottom of the racetrack. Going to slide job up inside of the 6C3. That's going to give him that 4th position. Give him a few more passing points. Weston Abbey right behind the C3. See if he can do the same thing at this point. Not this time by. Everybody about the same pace. Hansen going to jump to the bottom side. Lorenz up on the top side. This time by. Still going to be Doug Lorenz in the 97, followed by the 5 of Hansen and 9 of Batt. Hansen going to make a dive bomb this time to the bottom side. White flag in the air. Hansen. Still going to be Doug Lorenz, Hansen, Jason Batt. Jason now going to make a dive bomb down on the bottom side. Here comes David Good on the bottom side underneath Jason Batt. Good is going to slide up in front of Jason Batt for the checkered win. Don't see that very often, kiddos. Going to be the 97, Lorenz, the 5, the 13, and the 9. 13 getting by the Jason Batt. I think Jason's saying that might have been a little aggressive, but Jason Batt, you can't give that spot up there, buddy. He's my buddy. I can tell him that. Can't leave that door open, my friend. All right. Heat race number 4. Your final heat race for the stock cars before we invert them. The 4JR Boone Evans on the pole, and the outside of 165 of Eric Miles. Inside, the thrill show himself at 03E Dylan Smith, and the outside of 20T of Thomas Hall. Inside, my buddy Blake Clark in the 88. Make sure he's got his gloves on tonight, kids. And the outside of M5 of Dustin Mooney. Where's my Mooney fans at? That's what I'm talking about. Inside row, number 4, the 37H of Garrett Higgins. And the outside, the 70T of Trevor Egbert. Shotgun on the field, Tim Clunch in the 18. Clunch making a pull down. Good to see him. Fort J.R. Boone Evans, maybe a little bit too good of a start. Drivers, I need a front row, door to door coming out of 4. Come on, drivers, you're better than that. You're the elite class tonight. You can do it. That's a good start. Boone Evans, great start on the bottom side and skates up in front of the field. Followed by the 165. Eric Miles. Little bumping and grinding all the way down the front straightaway, but it's still going to be Boone Evans, but Eric Miles on the bottom side. He's been a very good of late. Higgins around. Higgins around. Higgins around. Caution. Amazing. See if we can get it rolling. Let's go.
72.
What? I believe that's a 37H of Garrett Higgins. Higgins. Seems to be having a little trouble getting it rolling. Let's get a push truck out there. How about now? How about now? Might have a clutch going out in that Brenner Falcon. Got the 37 rolling. Just need a little bump start. Just a little Get me rolling. Fireworks around 10 o'clock, give or take. Not exact on that time. Thank everybody for being here at Heart of Texas Speedway. Your heat race number 4 for your IMCA stock cars. $5,000 to win tomorrow night. David Siska, we are going to go 1 to go. Lights will be going out on the back straightaway. Remember, here at Heart of Texas Speedway, once the lights go out, that leader can take off. He can cut that light like a drag car. He can wait till he's coming out of 4. It's up to him. Any racing maneuver, shaking the car left or right, brake check, or gassing it up, that is a racing maneuver. The lights go green at that point. Gonna wait till we're in the middle of 3 and 4, and that's when we're gonna turn them green. Boone Evans. Blake Clark up on the top side. Eric Miles on the bottom side, going to make the car rotate around the tires. Drive down the front straightaway. Miles going to make it a race. We're 3 wide down the back straightaway with Blake Clark on the inside, Miles in the middle, and Boone Evans up on the top side. Blake Clark, that young kiddo, going to try to diamond it through the middle, drive it down, but Miles going to close that gap, cut him off. Here comes Dustin Mooney in the 70 car around. 18 a Clunch, slow on the front straightaway. Looks like caution. Caution, caution, caution. That's a 70 of Egbert. Trevor Egbert there around, bringing out the caution. All right. Back in line. Clunch in the infield and off the racing surface. Eric Miles, been fast lately. Racing up in Kennedale Speedway. KSP, as we like to say in the biz. By the way, everybody listening at home and here at the racetrack, thank you to all the local racetracks that took off tonight. Here we go. We're going to green this time. Green this time by Eric Miles out front, followed by Blake Clark. For JR of Boone Evans. Dustin Mooney now up on the top side, going to get in the top three. Mooney started in the 6th position, now up in the 3rd. Miles in the 165. Oh, Higgins around. Going to take a shortcut through the infield is a 37 of Higgins. It's going to be Eric Miles. 2 flags in the air, 2 to go. Mooney now up in that 2nd position. Mooney on the top side. Nobody knew he was there. Watch out, kiddos. Here comes the 21 of Dustin Mooney on the white flag. Mooney followed by Miles, Clark, Thrill Show, Egbert, Higgins, Hall. Nobody had a clue that Dustin Mooney. I think that's going to put Dustin Mooney a lot of good passing points right there. Here we come down the back straightaway. It's going to be Mooney, Blake Clark, Miles, Thrill Show, Trevor Egbert. Checkered flag is out. That is an M5/21. I don't have a calculator, but by my math, that's a lot of passing points to go from 3rd row outside to the win. That's going to get him a lot of passing points. So we'll restack and repack them the next time by. But up next is going to be your factory stocks. We got 2 B mains, 28 factory stocks here tonight. Factory stock heat race number 1, the 494 of Dylan Kidwell. Outside 18M of James Mercer. Inside row number 2, the 15M of Chris Florio. And the outside Clint Howard in a 21. Inside row number 3, the 62 of Jacob Pruitt. And the outside the 48 of Mike Land. Shotgun on the field. Hopkins. Let's see if Hopkins figured out how to drive a race car again. He's been on a break, a little hiatus for about 6 or 8 months. See if he can figure out how to get that number 4 car up into, I don't know, maybe a top 4 position. Let's go, Mike. That might have been a little bit of too good of a start for the 494. Outside sets a pace. Inside starts the race. Come on, drivers. Outside pole sets a pace. The inside starts the race. Here we go. That's a little bit better. Out front, this time by 15M Florio. It's hard to say if that guy remembers how to drive a race car. Long-time racer in the sport mods. Stock cars. Dustin Mooney driving his personal stock car this year. Florio on the inside. $494 at Kidwell on the outside. Kidwell, followed by the 15 of Florio. $48 of Mike Land. Halfway down, halfway to go this time. It's going to be, this is your factory stocks, your bombers as we like to call them, as I like to call them. Remember, send all your hate mail to Big Mike McCarthy at heartoftexasspeedway.com for your bombers. It's going to be Kidwell. 48 of Mike Land. Oh, look at that. Ryan Hopkins remembered how to drive a race car up in the top 3. Welcome to the races, my friend, Ryan Hopkins. 2 to go this time by, down the back straightaway. We'll get the white flag the next time by for the 494 of Dylan Kidwell. Kidwell, very consistent, very good race in the 494. Hopkins now up in the top 2. Here he comes, watch it. Watch the slider. Oh, Kidwell's going to close that gap. It's going to be Kidwell, Hopkins, Land, Florio will round out your top 4. Four heats, so the top 3 will automatically transfer into the A main. Everybody else will go to the B mains. Heat race number 2 rounding come out on the racetrack. The 15T, Kevin Smith. And the outside, the 17M of Christopher Mercer. Inside, the 54, Melvin Kemp. And the outside, the 37, Schoenrock. Where's my Schoenrock fans? Schoenrock fans! Very good race last week. Door to door all night long for Schoenrock in the 37. Come up just a little bit short. Inside, row number 3, the 3M of Jason Bogart. And the outside, of Lance Hansen in a 5H. Shotgun on the field, old Junkro himself, the 88J, Jeff Blackwood. Let's go, Junkro. All right, 1ST, Kevin Smith on the pole. Smith through the middle of the racetrack and down the back straightaway by about 10 car lengths, followed by Melvin Kemp and Schoenrock on the bottom side. Kevin Smith into 1ST. Schoenrock going to work the bottom side underneath Melvin Kemp. Melvin Kemp with the momentum down the back straightaway. Going to pull him by about 1 car length. Schoenrock on the bottom side through 3 and 4. Schoenrock let the car rotate right around the tires. This time it's going to be Schoenrock at the flag stand. Down the back straightaway is still going to be Schoenrock. Junkro up into that top 4 position in the 88J. It's going to be Smith, Schoenrock, Kemp. Don't look now, but here comes Blackwood from dead last up in the 4th position. Four laps down, 4 laps to go in your heat race number 2 of your factory stocks. Smith, Schoenrock, Melvin Kemp, Blackwood. Schoenrock 2 flags in the air, 2 to go. Blackwood up on the top side, Hanson on the bottom side, working for that 4th and 5th position. It's going to be Hanson down the back straightaway. Little contact with the 88J of Blackwood, but the white flag is going to be out for the 1ST of Kevin Smith. It's going to be Kevin Smith, followed by Schoenrock, Melvin Kemp, but it has been the Kevin Smith show all night. In your heat race number 2, top 3 will transfer directly to the A main. Everybody else after that will go to B main. Smith, Schoenrock, Kemp will be your top 3. Heat race number 3 rolling out on the racetrack. '47 of Shannon Dulock. Where's my Dulock fans on the pole? Outside the 10 of Nate Dixon. Inside the 29 of Michael Vota. And the outside the 4D4, Blaine Simsick. Inside row number 3, the 197 of Gary Fitch. And the outside the 77D of Michael Dodd. Shotgun on the field, Caden Honeycutt in the 54. Y'all keep an eye on that 54 car. I don't know if he can catch a 47, but he is usually pretty quick back there as Caden Honeycutt. Keep an eye on the 54. Dulock, little love tap from the 10 of Dixon. Dixon says, Dulock, I am here. You're not the only boy in the game in the town tonight. Dixon right on the bumper of the 47. Going to diamond it, try to drive down and underneath. Caden Honeycutt working the bottom side of the racetrack, down the back straightaway. Dixon underneath. Dulock. Still going to be Dulock. Oh. Little contact there with the 4D4 of Simsick. Well, he forgot where his brakes were. Dixon underneath Dulock. Down the front straightaway, still going to be Dulock. Dixon on the 197. Garrett Fitch. Fitch makes it 3 wide down the back straightaway. 47 to Dulock. Dixon, Fitch. Be battling out through 3 and 4 down the front straightaway. Good race up front for your heat race. They all 3 transfer, but Fitch says, I want to draw first, kids. Fitch down on the tires. Let it skate up in front of Dulock. I believe it's still going to be the 47, but this time Dixon up on the top side. It is Fitch on the bottom. 47 of Dulock, the 10 of Dixon. 2 flags in the air. Fitch that time by. Gary Fitch all the way from 3rd row. Really good at the bottom of 3 and 4. White flag is out. Dulock this time. Dulock, Fitch, the 10 of Dixon, and here comes Honeycutt. Honeycutt says, y'all don't count out the 54. I don't want to run a B main either. Wide checker flag this time. It's going to be Dulock, Fitch, Dixon, Honeycutt, Simsick, and the 29. Heat race number 4 rolling on the racetrack. Your starting lineup, the 25, that's our buddy Michael Gannett on the pole. Outside the 110 of James Hoffman. Inside the 13C of Cody Schultz, and the outside the 01 of John DeGrobe. Inside row number 3, the 0 of Brian Johnson. And the outside, the 46 of Ty Miracle. Shotgun on the field. That's my buddy from way down south, Rusty Head. Here we go. Lights are out. Michael Gannett. Michael Gannett battling some bad luck all year. Seems like he has a good run going. And just something really out of the whack, out of left field happens to him in the 25 machine. See if we can click off some good laps here, Gannett. Gannett up on the top side, through the middle. It's going to be the 13C of Cody Schultz on the bottom side. 3 wide down the back straightaway between the 55, the 01, and the 10. The 0, I'm sorry. No, it's a 10. It's a 110. James Hoffman. Rusty Head up in the top 3. He can keep that position. He will transfer, not have to run a B main. That's all the way from dead last. Up in the 3rd position. 13. Cody Schultz, followed by the 25 of Michael Gannett and the 55 of Rusty Head. 4 down and 4 to go in your heat race number 4 factory stocks. After this for the factory stocks, they will have a couple of B mains. Taking the top 12, and then we'll take the top 6 out of each B main, I believe, for a total of 24 starting positions. Michael Gannett going to work up 1 groove higher, and that's going to open the door, and that's going to let the Rusty Head try to sneak in underneath. Nothing doing there. A good race up front between the 13C of Cody Schultz. Gannett now found an outside line, 2 to go. Hopefully not too little too late. Here we go on the outside, Michael Gannett. Keep that momentum up, my friend. Gonna diamond and drive it back down on the bottom side, get back underneath. Rusty Head in the 55. White flag is out, 1 lap to go. Rusty Head a little tight getting in on the entry there. It's gonna cost him a couple of car lengths. That's going to let John DeGrove get up on the outside. Top 3 do transfer automatically into the A main. Here we go. 13C, Cody Schultz, followed by Michael Gannett and a Rusty Head. That's your top 3. They'll all transfer. Out next, your IMCA Southern Sport Mods. There's a train on the back straightaway if you want to wave at the train. Woo, woo! Headed north. He might be going to west. He might be going to Canada. Who knows where that guy's going? Southern Sport Mods, 2 heat races. Top 5 will transfer. On the pole, the 5X of Michael Dabney, and the outside, the 12 of Brandon Guerin. Inside row number 2, the 778 of Jason Hubert, and the outside, the 4JR Boone Evans. Inside row number 3, the 4G of Garrett Rawls, and the outside of 9 of Jonathan Beard. Inside row number 4, the 6 of Chance Morris, and the outside James Nicholson in 17N. Shotgun on the field, the 76 of Joe Finling and Keith Tomlinson. Heck of a heat race lined up here. Any of these cars could win a feature any given night. Here we go. Brandon Guerin up on the top side, Michael Dabney on the bottom side. Dabney down on the bottom, working around the tires, but it's going to be Brandon Guerin this time by. Guerin, Dabney, Hubert, the 4 of Boone. Guerin, Dabney, 4G of Garrett Rawls. My apologies, Garrett. It's too many 4 cars, guys. Brandon Guerin in the 12, followed by Michael Dabney in the 5X. Garrett Rawls, Crazy Legs himself in the 4G. The 6 of Chris Chance Morris. Two laps to go, 2 flags in the air. It is going to be Brandon Guerin all the time. White flag is out. 4 of the 12, followed by the 5X of Michael Dabney, Garrett Rawl, Chance Morris, Keith Tomlinson. Checker flag is out for your heat race number 1 in your IMCA Southern Sport Mods. Heat race number 2 about to roll out on the racetrack. For your IMCA Southern Sport Mods, 88X of Connor Montgomery on the pole, and the outside Sam Burgess in a 33. Inside row number 2, Trevor Cogburn picking up his first IMCA Southern Sport Mod win last week at Kennedale. Good job, buddy. And the outside the P1, that's big brother himself, Paul White. Inside row number 3, the 87 of David Montgomery, and the outside the 21T of Taylor Florio. Inside row number 4, the 17 of Jeff Shepard, and the outside to Corbin Willett in the 3. Shotgun on the field, the 91 of Jack Lewis in the 91. So you have quite possibly one of the oldest sport mod drivers ever in the P1, next to one of the youngest drivers ever in the 601 of Cogburn. Paul White, longtime racer from wing modifieds to asphalt, all the way up in the northeastern United States in the P1. Here we go. Cogburn, followed by the 88 of, 88's around, little light touch, a little tap. Little tap will do you, a little caution. 88 around, and I believe that collects a 33. Sam Burgess. Out front, I believe we got one down. All right. What are we doing? Complete restart. Davis Hisk. Complete restart. We got one down. We got debris on the top of the racetrack. Cornbread, what are we doing down there, son? Look important. Oh, you look so... All right, look up at Davis Hisk with a blank stare in your eye. Bueller. I don't know what Selby's telling him, but he's telling him something important. All right, I think we're going to get a complete restart. Just informed, I was wrong and incorrect. Trevor Cogburn actually had won a feature here in the IMCA Southern Sport Mods before Kennedale, so my bad, buddy. I must have been gone that week. Here we go. Cogburn, Paul White. Paul White up on the top side. Track starting to slick off, show a little bit of black. Paul White with the momentum all the way down the back straightaway. So much speed up on the top side of that racetrack. Cogburn now going to skate up in front of Paul White. Paul White going to jump down on the bottom side. Down the back straightaway. It's going to be Paul White trying to work underneath Cogburn. Cogburn now down the back front straightaway. 2 laps down. It's going to be Cogburn, Paul White, Shepard. Thanks, Sharon.
Fireworks or anything. When you do say thank you.
Coming into the cross flags right now, it's going to be Cogburn. Followed by Paul White, Shepard. 87 of Montgomery. Florio, the 33, Burgess. 5 laps down, 3 laps to go. Paul White going to work the bottom side underneath the 601 of Cogburn. Cogburn still up on the top side, still has a momentum in the run. White flag will be coming out this time by for the leaders. Cogburn now going to jump to the bottom of the racetrack. You don't know him, but that's a pretty young kid in that 601. Showing some veteran moves there. Finds a faster way around the bottom of 3 and 4. White flag. Here comes the checkered flag for the 601. It's going to be Cogburn, White, Shepard. Will be your top of 3 in your IMCA Southern Sport Mods. Up next, your IMCA Modifieds. I believe there's 13 Modifieds here tonight. Good to see a few extra cars showing up. Thanks to everybody who made the pool. 2 heats tonight. On the pole is going to be Kevin Green. In the outside, Mike Hathcock in the 03. Inside, last week's first feature winner, the 45T of Eric Tomlinson. In the outside, the 7G of David Good. Inside, row number 3, Jake Upchurch in the 24. And the outside, the 48R of Raymond McSpadden. Inside, row number 4, that's 39, David Gonzalez. Gonzalez starting shotgun on the field. Green, Hathcock leading them down the back straightaway. Good to see Mr. Mike Hathcock here tonight. Good start, says David Siff. Down the back straightaway, it's going to be Green, followed by Tomlinson, and David Good, the 24 of Upchurch, and the 03 of Hathcock. Still going to be Green this time by. Keith Green, 45 of Tomlinson. Upchurch, Good, McSpadden, Hathcock. The 39, David Gonzalez. Upchurch on the bottom side. Tomlinson on top side. It's going to be Tomlinson this time by for that second position. Upchurch down on the bottom. Going to have a good run down the back straightaway. Going to take that second place position from the 45T of Eric Tomlinson. 4 laps down. 6 to go in this 10-lap heat race. Going to be all green all the time right now. Kevin Green in the 05, followed by the 24 of Jake Upchurch. 45T of Tomlinson. Tomlinson now going to go to the bottom of a 1 and 2 and see if he can make something work. And David Good on the outside. It's going to be Green, followed by Upchurch, Tomlinson, David Good. Tomlinson and Good has a good race for that third and fourth position. Good up on the top side with that momentum down the back straightaway. Gonzalez off the pace and off the track. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. It's going to be green. Upchurch. Tomlinson. And your heat race number 1 winner will be the green, followed by Upchurch, Tomlinson. The 7 of Good. Heat race number 2 rolling out on the racetrack. Heat race number 2 rolling out on the racetrack. The 60 of William Gould and the outside of 47 of Tom Earl. Inside row number 2. 94 of Chris Morris and the outside. That's a 94B. Brenda Kirby, soon to be Mrs. Chris Morris someday. Inside, my buddy, the 17 of Cody, that's Code Red Tidwell. And the outside, a 54T of Matthew Day. Matthew Day, last week's winner here. A lot of fast hot rods in this heat race. Any of these drivers could win a feature race any given night, any given racetrack. Just informed, we are going to keep rolling through our heats until 10 o'clock, and then we are going to stop and do our fireworks show. William Gould, Willie G from Oklahoma with a whole shot up on the top shelf, down the back straightaway, and they're going to say caution, caution, caution. So remember, we are going to keep rolling through our races until 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock will be our fireworks show. Here we go. Better start that time. Willie G on the bottom side. Tom Earl up on the top side, followed by Chris Morris. Matthew Day now up in that 4th position, but going to try to press the issue down on the bottom side. Has to check up a little bit. That's going to make his car tight. That's going to let Cody Tidwell get into him. Broken front. Looks like a broke tie rod for the 54T. That's unfortunate for the 54T. William Gould, Tom Earl, Morris, Brenda Kirby, 17 of Cody Tidwell. William Gould now up on the top shelf. Chris Morris has closed that gap. Going to jump to the top side of 3 and 4. Not a lot to work with up there, Mr. Chris. He can close the gap through 1 and 2, but 3 and 4, William Gould jumps to the bottom side of the racetrack. Watch him go to the bottom, working around the tires, but now Chris Morris does the same thing. Going to get up even door to door with him almost. Willie G, the old veteran. Now Chris Morris on the bottom side of 1 and 2. Put the slider on him, buddy. Willie G knows how to handle the slider with a little crossover, but we hadn't got there yet. Down on the bottom side here, Chris Morris. 2. We got 2 flags, but I think there's still 4 laps. This one's going to be 8 laps. Willie G, Chris Morris, Cody Tidwell sneaks up in the top 3. Works his way back from deep in the pack up into the top 3. Why a checkered flag this time for Willie G. I believe up next Stock car heat race number 5 rolling out on the racetrack. We are rolling through these babies. See if we can figure out at my race pass. Y'all listening at home, Race on Texas All Access Pass. Heat race number 5 rolling out. Remember, it is a complete inverted field. The 11 of Cameron Cook on the pole, and the outside of 14 of Joe O'Brien. Inside row number 2, the 17X of Bryce Burton, and the outside of 114 of Thomas Hall. Inside row number 3, the P74 of Ryan Powers, and the outside of 84 of Monster Truck Zach Terry. Inside row number 4, the 48R of Raymond McSpadden, and the outside of GW Egbert in the 70. Inside row number 5, the 94A of Allison Morris. Keep an eye on the 70 car. He won his original heat race. If he can get up in that top 2 or 3 positions, going to give him a lot of passing points for that A qualifier. Here we go. Heat race number 5, I should say. Second set underway. Cook. O'Brien up on the top side. Jumping it down to the bottom side. Going to pinch down around the tires. O'Brien going to skate up a little bit. That's going to let Cameron Cook. Cameron Cook followed by Joe O'Brien. The 114 of Hall. The 74 of Powers. The 70 of Egbert. And the 17 of Bryce Burden. 2 laps down this time. O'Brien, your leader on lap number 2. O'Brien, Cook, Hall, Powers, Egbert, and the Monster Truck. The 84, Zach Terry. O'Brien out front. O'Brien moved from the deep in the pack in the early heat race, and I think he got up in the 3rd or the 4th position. Gave him a few passing points. If he can pick off the win here, that would be very good for Joe O'Brien. Cook down on the bottom. Car is very free and looks very good on the bottom, does Cameron Cook, but just not enough momentum. O'Brien now driving down to the bottom of 3 and 4. We're going to be 5 laps down. 3 laps to go this time for the 14 of Joe O'Brien. Cook still working the bottom of 1 and 2. O'Brien. Cook. Hall now up in that 3rd position, but look at the top side. Here comes Egbert. Very top of 3 and 4. Nobody else working up on the top of 3 and 4. 2 laps to go. The white flag next time by. Cook. Even door to door with O'Brien. O'Brien. Oh. Powers broke. Something broke in the 74. Caution is going to have to come out. I missed what happened right there. Something broke in the 74. I missed what happened. The old infield tractor tire, Billy Mezzle. This caution brought to you by the infield tractor tire, Billy Mezzle. Good job, buddy, Billy. You're not even here without your shirt on and you're still causing chaos. Powers into the tire hard. Leapfrogged it almost. So, 7 down. I think we'll be getting us a green-white checker this time. Ryan Powers pulling it to the infield. Those tractor tires can tear up some equipment, I promise you that much. I always like to tell them drivers, we got a big racetrack. Let's race on the racetrack and not on top of the tractor tires. right. Green, white, checkered. O'Brien going to lead him down the back straightaway. Once the lights go out, he can go at any given point. Any kind of racing maneuver, gassing it up, braking it up, swerving is going to be a green flag. That is a racing maneuver, and there's a good chance he gets run over if he's not ready. Here we go. Down the back straight. Look at Egbert from dead last. He's going to have a lot of passing points. Dead last up into that second position is going to be GW Egbert. Joe O'Brien, Egbert, Hall, Cook. But we're going to give all those passing points to GW Egbert, I'm pretty sure. Dead last to second and wins his first heat race. I'm going to make a wager right now. GW Egbert starts on the front row of the A qualifier. Heat race number 6. '21E Alan Essenberg on the pole. The 22 of Justin Waring on the outside. That's our hero, the 83 of Daryl Campbell on the inside second row. And the 47-25 Bangin' Benji Kirkpatrick on the outside. Inside the 29, what? Marcus Harkrow in the third row inside, and the outside the 27 of Michael Wolford. Inside row number 4, the 37 of Jeffrey Abbey. Keep an eye on the 37. One is heat race. See where he finishes up, and then the 38 of Daniel Shipler. Inside row number 5, the 489 Anthony Otkin. Keep an eye on the 47-25, the 29, and the 37 is going to be your hot spots. 37, if he could pick up a win or a second here, he'll be on the front row of the qualifier, I promise you. Essenberg with a good run down the back straightaway, Waring on the top side. Wolford. Kirkpatrick, Darrell, Destroyer Chassis, Campbell. Here comes the 47-25 we all grown to know and love. Down on the bottom, let it rotate right around the tires. Here comes Abby up on the top side. Let that momentum eat, son. Here we go. Y'all might be in trouble with Abby on the top side of 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, it's still going to be Essenberg, followed by Kirkpatrick, Abby, Waringa, Marcus Hargrove, Daryl Campbell. Not as much to work with on the top side of 3 and 4 for Abby, but 1 and 2, y'all let him have that top side. 4 to go this time by. Essenberg, Kirkpatrick, Abby gonna diamond it down, drive it down the hill through 3 and 4. That's gonna game into a few spots, close the gap a little bit. Here he comes on the top side. Y'all be careful. Here comes Abby on the top side. I told y'all. Y'all battle it out on the bottom, and here comes Abby on the top. 2 to go this time. Y'all watch the race up front. It's going to be Kirkpatrick, Essenberg, Abby. Abby says, hello, kids. Here we go. Abby, your leader. Told y'all, don't leave that top side open for Abby on the 37 machine. Abby, Kirkpatrick, Essenberg, Harkrow. Abby now jumps to the bottom side, takes her line from him. Very smart driver. Good job, kiddo. Who didn't see that coming? As predicted, 4th row to the win. He'll be on the front row, I promise you that. I don't know if he'll be the pole or the outside, but I bet the 37 is going to be on the front row. Heat race number 7. Rolling out on the racetrack. Weston Abbey on the pole. On the outside to 73 of Mark Douglas. Good job, Jeffrey Abbey, by the way, buddy. Inside, row number 2, David Good in the 13G. And the outside to 28J, Justin Neighbors. Inside, row number 3, John Friedrich in the 17. The outside, Jason the Acrobat. Inside, row number 4, the 5H, Lance Henson. And the outside, the C3, Chris Birmingham. Shotgun on the field will be the 97 of Doug Lorenz. One more heat race after this for your IMCA stock cars, rolling them through all by pass points. All right, lights are out down the back straightaway. Here we go. Weston Abbey, Douglas. Abbey on the bottom side, Douglas on the top side. David Good now, along with the 28 of Justin Neighbors. Neighbors in that fine-looking new hot rod. Jason Batt trying to find any kind of room, somewhere to work with. Going to make it 3 wide down the front straightaway. It's going to be Abbey, Good, Neighbors. Douglas, Jason Batt will be your top 5. Batt now going to work the outside of Neighbors. Get up past Douglas. And it's still going to be Weston Abbey, followed by David Good. Neighbors. Jason Batt now working the top side. Same line that just Jeffrey Abbey was working a little bit earlier. You got to diamond it down there, buddy. You got to drive it down the hill to get any kind of momentum. There's not enough to work with on the exit of 4. Gets by Neighbors right there. It's going to be the 12 of Abbey, the 13 of Good. Now Jason Batt up in the top 3. Jason Batt started 6, so that'll get him some passing points. Jumps to the bottom side now, but it's still going to be the 12 of Weston. 13, Good. 9 of Batt. 28J of Justin Neighbors. Abbey, Good, Batt, Neighbors, Hanson, Lorenz, Douglas. 2 laps to go, 2 flags in the air, 2 to go. One more heat race after this. And then we're going to go into the factory stock B main. Then we'll get our fireworks. Friedrich around, we got one around. Keep it going, driver. Good job, buddy. White flag is out. Checkered flag coming. Weston Abbey, Jason Batt up into that second position. Good job by that guy. Jason Batt started 6th and ran 2nd. Good passing points for the 9 machine. Should start him probably 2nd or maybe 3rd row in the qualifier. All of this is completely unofficial and by Joe Spillman's math, which is not very good. It's just a guess. But I'm pretty sure you're going to have an Abbey and you're going to have an Egbert on the front row. All right, heat race number 8. Rolling out on the racetrack for your IMCA stock cars. Tim Clonch on the pole. 70T of Egbert on the outside. Inside, the 37H, Garrett Higgins in that fine-looking brand-new machine. And the outside, that's M5, Dustin Mooney. Where's my Mooney fans? Come on, Mooney fans. He won his heat race. You got to be louder than that. Blake Clark in the 88 and the 20T of Thomas Hall. Inside, the Thrill Show, the 03E of Dylan Smith, and the outside, the 165 of Eric Miles. Inside, row number 4, the 4JR, Boone Evans. Miles in the 165 has a good chance to make some points now. Four wide down the back straightaway. Mooney up in the wall a little bit. If you don't like stock car racing, you might want to find somewhere else to go on a Friday night. 4-3 wide down the front straightaway now. Dustin Mooney searching for something to work with. Up on the top side, Tim Clunch. Higgins. Melee. Mud cover in the field. Let him go. It's just plastic. 18 a Clunch. Oh, Blake Clark tore up. Oh, hate to see that on the 88. Clark, Egbert both tore up. Gonna be Higgins, Clunch, Mooney, Thrill Show, Miles. Down the back straightaway, they're drag racing. It's gonna be Clunch on the inside, Higgins on the top side. Higgins has that new car looking good. Higgins up on the top side, shuffle it around, drive it down the back straightaway. Tim Clunch, the old Kaji veteran, down on the bottom side of the racetrack. It's going to be Clunch, Higgins, Mooney. Clunch down on the bottom right around the tires, going to let it drift up in front of Higgins. I don't know if he has a mirror, but he just took that line from Higgins right there. Had to lift just a little bit. 2 flags in the air, 2 laps to go. Clunch. Mooney, Higgins. Dustin Mooney started 4th, up in the 3rd. Gonna get him a couple of extra passing points. Not as many as he'd like, but he's still gonna be in that top, probably 5th or 6th position in the A main for tonight's qualifier. Higgins now down on the bottom side with Clunch, door to door. Checkered flag, Higgins. Good race at the line there between Higgins and Clunch. Higgins kind of crossed over, took that line from Clunch, the old veteran himself. Good race at the line. Factory stocks, heat race, B main. Feature a number 1. 12 laps will be the distance. We're going to take the top 12. 15M of Chris Florio on the pole, and the outside of 5H of Lance Hansen. Inside row number 2, the 54H of Caden Honeycutt, and the outside of 01 of John Grobe. Inside the 62 of Jacob Pruitt, and the outside the 88J of Jeff Blackwood. Inside row number 4, the 44, Blaine Simsick, and the outside the 46 of Ty Miracle. Inside row number 5, the 21 of Clint Howard, and the outside of 3M of Jason Bogard. Inside row number 6, the 29 of Michael Vota, and the outside the 110 of James Hoffman. Inside row number 7, 18M of James Mercer, and the outside of 17M, Christopher Mercer. Inside row number 8, the 77D of Michael Dodd, and the outside of Brian Johnson in the 0. 12 laps the distance. We'll take the top 12. Top 12 will be moving on to the A main on the inside of 54. Down the back straightaway, there's a train on the backstretch. 54H, Caden Honeycutt, followed by the 5 of Lance Hansen, Chris Florio, and the 15M up on the top side. John LeGrove on the bottom side, trying to make it into the A main in that gold and shiny, I don't know what color that is, old gold, I guess. Caution, pile up, exit of 4. Looks like the 110. James Hoffman. I can't see the other car. Honeycutt with that fine looking 54. Hansen, Florio, Grobe, Blackwood, Simsick, Howard, Mercer, Vota. See if we can get the 110 Hoffman straightened out there. Get him on the hook off the racetrack. Up next will be our fireworks. All the lights will be going out. Mercer missing half of his car. No nose piece. No hood. Still rolling. Only 15 cars. You only got to pass 3 to get there, buddy. I guess we're going to have to hook them up from the backside. Maybe the rear end broke. Transmission, something broke. Get the 110 from the backside. Here we go. Now we're going to push him. Push him back, way back. Jill reminds me of when I was a cheerleader in high school. Push him back, way back. Blake Clark being towed off. Unfortunate for the 88. That's a fine looking machine. I was at Southern Oklahoma last week. He won that race. And the week before. Always fast as the 88 machine. Hate to see anybody go off on the hook. All right. Hoffman beaten, banged, and tethered goes off the racetrack. 2 of 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 cars left. We do take the top 12. Up next after this, fireworks. If you need something to eat or drink, you may. Got me some text from some fans in the stands. I see. It makes me smile. It makes me giggle. You know, my money, it don't jiggle jiggle. Where's my kiddos at with TikTok? It folds. All right, here we go. I guess I'm too young for all you old people. I like it when you wiggle, wiggle. You know. Here we go. Let's get them lined up, David Sisk. We got fireworks to watch. We got fireworks coming up, right, dude? You excited? You gonna see some? What happened to your tooth? Up here. You getting a fight? Did you get in a fight? No. No, you just lost your tooth. It just fell out. That happens to me too, but I'm a lot older than you. Usually after I smart off to somebody, I lose a tooth. That happens. You'll get that on those big jobs. Here we go. The lights are going out. Honey cut. Followed by, where did Grove come from up in that second position? Nice job, buddy. Honeycutt, Grove, Hanson, Junkwood, Florio, Simsick. 2 laps down of this 12-lap race. Florio working the top shelf, trying to get something, gets by Simsick down the back straightaway. A little bump and grind down the back straightaway. Still going to be Honeycutt up on the top side, going to diamond it down, try to get by the lapper this time. Give him a little room there, 18. There we go. Caden Honeycutt, followed by Grove, Hanson, Jeff Blackwood, Florio, Simsick, halfway down, halfway to go. Up next, Fireworks. Fireworks are up next. Still Honeycutt, followed by Hanson, Grove, Jeff Blackwood, Florio, Simsick. Two laps to go this time by for a Honeycutt, the 54. Pardon my lack of attention, getting ready for the fireworks and the music. Oh, Blackwood around. Let's go, Blackwood. You're still in the top 12, buddy. Keep it going, Trunk. Keep it going, Trunk Row. Spins out running third and is still going to be in the 9th position. Checkered flag is out. Checkered flag is out. All right, we're getting ready for our fireworks as we roll through them through the center. Larry Underwood, where you at, buddy? Where's my buddy? You got a buddy with you right there, right? Thomas? Thomas? Raise your hand, bud. Thomas Morgan just got back from deployment. How long were you gone, buddy? I'm not sure how long you were gone, but thank you for everything you've done. Just got back, and here, where do you come? You come to Heart of Texas Speedway. Thank you, Thomas, for everything you've done, for the sacrifices you made, missing your family, your friends overseas. Hey, go get him a beverage on me. Go get him a beverage on me. In fact, come up here. I got one up here for him. Thank you, Thomas Morgan. Appreciate you, buddy. So as we get ready for our fireworks show, we're going to be turning out all the lights. Mikey, look in that bag right there, and I got a cold beverage for Thomas. It's not the same flavor you drink, but I bet you'll be okay with it. Well, he'll drink an Ultra, I promise you. Thanks, buddy. Hey, thank you. Thanks for everything you do. Thomas Morgan, just getting back from deployment here. And anybody and everybody else that's ever served and been deployed and sacrificed, we thank y'all. We couldn't do what we do without you.
It's going to be about a 12-minute show.
All right, we're working on getting all the cars back in the pits because we're going to turn out the lights. It's going to be about a 12 to 15-minute firework display. You would pay lots and lots of money to go see this somewhere else, and all it costs you is one general admission ticket tonight. So, Big Mike, you ready, buddy? Got you a little beverage there? Uh-oh. Turn this on. There you go, Big Mikey. Big Mike McCarthy.
We are ready to go. Joe, you got some tunes on there?
You know, we're going to start.
Test, test. All right, we're back on.
Hey, all right. The first thing I'm going to play is going to be the medley, of all of the military songs. So I want y'all, if you ever served in this military, if you served in the Army or the Navy or whatever's coming up,
Air Force,
Marine,
Coast Guard,
stand up when that song is played. We want to recognize you.
Come on, stand up.
And what you did when your song plays. So we'll take a second, get it started. So mute that when you set it down so it doesn't. Yeah, there you go. So, waiting. Bueller. Look at that. We got the spotlight on. We use the spotlight once a year, Mikey. I knew it was here for a reason.
I'm going to start using it spotlight in the features too.
You're going to use the spotlight in the features, Pastor Jim says. You're gonna blind the drivers as they're going down the back straightaway. Oh. There we go.
Over hill, over dale, we will hit the dusty trail, and those missiles American girls and American guys, we'll always stand up and salute. We'll always recognize when we see Old Glory flying. There's a lot of men dead, so we can sleep in peace at night when we lay down our heads. My daddy served in the army, where he lost his right eye, but he flew a flag out in our yard till the day that he died. He wanted my mother, my brother, my sister, and me to grow up and live happy in the land of the free. Now this nation that I love is falling under attack. A mighty sucker punch came flying in from somewhere in the back. Soon as we could see clearly through our big black eye, man, we lit up your world like the 4th of July. Hey, Uncle Sam, put your name at the top of his list, and the Statue of Liberty started shaking her fist, and the eagle will fly, and it's gonna be here when you hear Mother Freedom start ringing her bell, and it'll feel like the whole world is raining down on you. Oh, brought to you courtesy of the red, white, and blue. Served and the battle will rage. This big dog will fight when you rattle his cage, and you'll be sorry that you mess with the U.S. of A. 'Cause we'll put a boot in your ass. It's the American way. Hey, Uncle Sam, put your name at the top of his list, and the Statue of Liberty started shaking her fist, and the eagle will fly, and it's gonna be hell when you hear Mother Freedom start ringing her bell, and it'll feel like the whole wide world is raining down on you. All brought to you courtesy of the red, white, and blue. American girls and American guys will always stand.
Hello, I'm Chris Christopherson. Caught in the action of Kill or Be Killed.
Said goodbye to his mama as he left South Dakota to fight for the red, white, and blue. He was 19 and green with a new M16, just doing what he had to do. He was dropped in the jungle where the choppers would rumble with the smell of napalm in the air. Then the sergeant said, "Look up ahead." Like a dark evil cloud, 1,200 came down on him and 29 more. They fought for their lives, but most of them died in the 173rd Airborne. On the 8th of November, the angels were crying as they carried his brothers away. With the fire raining down and the hell all around, there were few men left standing that day. Saw If tomorrow all the things were gone I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
How about that, race fans? Oh, who stopped that song? Well, let's keep playing it. That was my music now.
The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. He was in a bind because he was way behind. And he was
Mike McCarthy singing karaoke tonight. Let's go, Mike.
Man sewing on a fiddle and playing it hot. And the devil jumped up on a hickory stump and said, "Boy, let me tell you what. I guess you didn't know it, but I'm a fiddle player too. And if you'd care to take a dare, I'll make a bet with you. Now you play pretty good fiddle, boy, but give the devil his due. I bet a fiddle of gold against your soul, 'cause I think I'm better than you." The boy said, "My name's Johnny, and it might be a sin, but I'll take your bet and you're gonna regret, 'cause I'm the best as ever been." Johnny, rosin up your bow and play your fiddle hard, 'cause hell's broke loose in Georgia and the devil deals the cards. And if you win, you get this shiny fiddle made of gold, but if you lose, the devil gets your soul. Opened up his case and he said, "I'll start this show," and fire flew from his fingertips as he rosined up his bow. And he pulled the bow across the strings and it made an evil hiss. And then a band of demons joined in and it sounded something like this. devil finished, Johnny said, well, you're pretty good, old son, but sit down in that chair right there and let me show you how it's done. Fire on the mountain, run, boys, run. The devil's in the house of the rising sun. Chicken in the bread pan, picking out dough. Granny does your dog bite, no child knows. The devil bowed his head because he knew that he'd been beat, and he laid that golden fiddle on the ground at Johnny's feet. Johnny said, devil, just come on back if you ever want to try again. I done told you once, you son of a bitch, I'm the best there's ever been. He played Fire on the Mountain, run, boys, run. Devil's in the house of the rising sun. Chicken in the bread pan, picking out dough. Granny, where your dog bite, no child knows.
Like me and you, where the stars and stripes and the eagle fly. Yes, there's a lady that stands in a harbor for what we believe. And there's a bell that still echoes the price that it costs to be free. No, it ain't the only place on earth, but it's the only place that I prefer to love my wife and raise my kids, hey, the same way that my daddy did. With the stars and stripes and the eagle fly. Where the stars and stripes and the eagle fly. Happy birthday, America. It's the 4th of July. I get to wake up in your freedom, but sometimes I wonder why. Seem like everybody's pissing on the red, white, and blue. Happy birthday, America. Whatever's left of you. You were the darling when you saved the world. WW1 and 2. France would just be part of Germany now if it hadn't been for you. Now your children wanna turn you in to something other than your.
Yeah, let's go, announcer. Come on, announcer. Hustle it up. Hustle it up.
Anybody else. Happy birthday, America. It's the 4th of July. I'll get to wake up in your freedom, but sometimes I wonder.
Your Outlaw Street Stocks out on the racetrack. How about that fireworks display? David, good towing. Put that on. Y'all give them a big round of applause for the fireworks. All right.
Read all those sponsors right there.
Street Stocks. Your starting lineup for your Outlaw Street Stocks on the pole will be the 4725 Bangin' Benji Kirkpatrick. And the outside, the 32 Smokin' Joe Williams. Inside, the 716 of Trey Vota. And the outside, the 18K of Tommy Honey. Inside, row number 3, the 68 of Wade White. And the outside, the 251 of Brent Mayfield. Inside, row number 4, the 1B of Brandon Hood. And the outside, the 714 of Charles Melviny. Inside, row number 5, the 22 Ed Thompson. And the outside, the 76S Cody Daniel. Inside, row number 6, 84 Robert Shepard. And the outside, the 48 of Mike Land. Inside, row number 7, the 10 of Brian Harcrow. And the outside, the X Gage Fuller. Inside, row number 8, the $11 Alex Reed. And the outside, the 8 of Barry Gaston. Inside, row number 9, the 9G of Drew Garcia. Big thanks to Subway, Honey's Roofing, 3M Fencing, Southwest, Bell Clearing, Race on Texas, Goodfellas, everybody that makes us race here weekly work. So, here we go. Lights will be going out down the back straightaway. Benji Kirkpatrick on the inside. Joe Williams on the outside. Benji Kirkpatrick on the gas, on the bars. Here we go in your Outlaw Street Stock feature race. Kirkpatrick down on the bottom, right around the tires. Vota, Wade White, but Joe Williams in at 32 up on the top side, followed by the 251 and Brent Mayfield.
And Benji leads the first lap. That's all you got.
Kirkpatrick out to the early lead, down on the bottom, working right around the tires. Wade White working the middle. Vota. Joe Williams up on the top side. Wade White going to rotate the 68 machine down around the tires. Vota the 716 through the middle of the racetrack. Wade White with the red glowing headlights going to work it through the middle, but it is all 4725 Benji Kirkpatrick out front right now. Kirkpatrick down on the bottom around the tires. Here comes Vota up on the top side trying to find some momentum, find some speed up on the top side. The 3 and 4 does not have the speed on the top that 1 and 2 does. See if they can throw those marbles off, lay down a little bit of rubber. Vota with a very good lap right there. Gets up to the rear quarter panel on the 4725. Vota now down the back straightaway. They're going to drag race. It's going to be a nose-to-nose between the 4725 and the 716 of Vota. Vota going to work the top side.
And 5 laps down we got Benji Kirkpatrick, Trey Vota, Brandon Hood, and Wade White.
Kirkpatrick going to close that, shut that door and take that line away from Vota coming out of the top of 4. It's still going to be the Vota Kirkpatrick.
And Vota got that lap.
Vota this time by.
And Brandon Hood's coming on the outside as well in third. And with 7 laps down, we got Trey Vota, Kirkpatrick, Hood, White, and Williams.
Halfway down, halfway to go in your Outlaw Street Stock feature race. It's going to be Vota up on the top shelf, followed by Brandon Hood, Brent Mayfield, the 4725 of Benji Kirkpatrick, the 11K of Honey, Tommy Honey. It's going to be Vota, Brandon Hood. Let's see see if the hood rat has anything for Votaw up on the top shelf. See if he can close that gap a little bit. 0.692 seconds last time by. Let's see if he closes it up this time.
Now back and forth is Benji Kirkpatrick, Tommy Honey, Wade White, and Joe Williams.
0.56 that time, almost a tenth of a second quicker than he was on previous lap. Here's Brandon Hood in the 1B machine. Everybody now working the top of the racetrack through 3 and 4. Finally got the dust and the marble dusted off up there and putting some rubber down. Benji Kirkpatrick sticking to his guns down on the bottom side. And he's going to drift back into that 5th and 6th position. Wade White up on the top shelf. The track is very slick. Starting to get black from top to bottom, but it is top dominant at this time for the 716 of Trey Votaw, followed by the 1B of Brandon Hood, the 251 of Brent Mayfield, the 18K of Tommy Honey, the 68 of Wade White will round out your top 5 in your Outlaw Street Stock A main feature. 2 flags in the air, 2 laps to go for Trey Votaw in that B&B machine.
And Brandon Hood is right on his rear bumper. We may have a slide job coming.
Watch for Brandon Hood, a little bump and run right there on the Votaw. Gonna get one to go this time. Let's see if Brandon Hood pulls a Wheelmaker slider. Here we come. Slide job up in front of
and the crossover.
Up in the lap traffic now. Votaw gonna drift up in front. Here goes Mayfield out of nowhere. Votaw.
All right, I guess Votaw got it. Mr. Hood and then 251, Brett Mayfield. All right. And that's your Outlaw Street Stock feature tonight. Uh-oh.
Little extracurricular activities in 1 and 2. I wonder if they're going to invite each other to Christmas dinner. Come on over. I got some ham for you. Oh, I better hurry up. Votaw's already down in the winner's circle.
Well, what we got, our unofficial results are Trey Votaw, Brandon Hood, Brett Mayfield, 18K Tommy Honey, 68 Wade White, 76S Superman Cody Daniel, 32 Joe Williams, Benji Kirkpatrick, 9G Drew Garcia, and the number 10 Brian Harcroft.
Votaw working on getting out of that B&B stock car machine. Got him a cold water. Trey Votaw's out of the race car. I tell you what, if you didn't like that race, ladies and gentlemen, you might want to find another sport. Bowling, hockey, golf, something other than race car. If you didn't like that, that was fun.
It was fun. Man, I was really just kind of biding my time. I didn't feel nobody. I felt Brandon get me. I knew it was him as soon as I felt it. I said, oh, yeah, I got to go. He threw that slider. That was fun, man. I love racing with Brandon. It's my good buddy. Anytime you can race like that and not wreck, man, that's real fun. So I got to thank my wife for letting me come out here while she stays at home with our baby. I got to thank Charles Mulvaney for giving me this ride. Shipley Motors for the power. And, everybody that helps me. I got a ton of people that support me. I'm real thankful for that. And I thank y'all for coming, too.
Big fan count here tonight for Votaw in the 716 machine. So it's always fun to see you here. We look forward to you going to be here tomorrow night?
Yeah, hopefully we can double down. That'd be great.
Double down is what the man said in the stock car in the street stocks. That is Trey Votaw. Up next, factory stocks. Big Mike, you got that line up for the factory stocks? Oh, I caught him off guard. He doesn't know what's going on.
All right.
You're not a very good assistant announcer.
Yeah. Factory stock lineup. Here we go. All right, we got James Schoenrock, number 37 on the pole. 48, Michael Lamb. Number 25, Michael Gannett. And 494, Dylan Kidwell. The number 4, Ryan Hopkins, and outside of the 3rd row, number 10, Nate Dixon. Inside 4th row, 13C, Cody Schultz, and the 47, everyone's favorite, Shannon Dulock. 5th row inside. 5th row inside is the first card of Kevin Smith, and 197 of Gary Finch, and 55R, Rusty Head, is on the inside of row 6, with the 54K, Melvin Kemp Jr. on the outside. Row 7, 54H, Caden Honeycutt, and 5H, Lance Hansen Jr. 01, John Groby is on the inside of row 8, and 15M, Chris Florio is on the outside. Row 9, 44, Mr. Blaine Simsick. 46, Ty Mercell on the outside of 9th row. 29, Michael Votal on the inside of row 10. 62, Jacob Pruitt. 77D, Michael Dodd. 88J, Jeff Blackwood. The 0 car, Brian Johnson. And 17M, Christopher Mercer. Okay, you're up, Joe. I'm done.
Put that back on. Mike, we're going to give you a few lessons here. There's certain drivers we got to emphasize. Where's all my Sean Rock fans at? Where's all the Sean Rock fans at? Where's all my Shannon Dulock fans at?
How about Ryan Hopkins?
Where's all my Hopkins fans?
Ryan Hopkins? I like him.
Who thinks he can remember how to drive? All right. Sean Rock up on the front row. Mike Land on the outside. I believe lights will be going out. We're getting one to go this time by. 20 laps will be your factory stock A main. Here we go. Sean Rock with a very good start down through the middle of 1 and 2. No start, no start, no start. Little audio adjustment for Race on Texas, thanks to Rodney Rodriguez. Rodney will be here tomorrow night with me, helping me out, the Diamond Duo. All right, Sean Rock, Mike Land, here we go. Let's go, Sean Rock. To the front, they said. Michael Gannett on the bottom side. Sean Rock, Michael Gannett, Mike Land, Hopkins. 3 wide down the back straightaway. Gannett, the race car without a front nose, is a 25 machine. Mike Land gonna lead him down the back straightaway with Gannett on the inside, Sean Rock on the outside. 4 of Ryan Hopkins working right through the middle of the racetrack. Hopkins gonna drift up in front of the 37 of Sean Rock. Still Mike Land working the bottom of the racetrack. Here comes Ryan Hopkins. Honeycutt now down on the bottom side in about the 8th and 9th position. Still going to be out front is going to be Ryan Hopkins. We got one around a 110. Gonna woe it down and bring them back. Little side note, Honeycutt was in a NASCAR race just last weekend and now out here racing with us on dirt. multiple feature winner out here at Heart of Texas Speedway is Honeycutt. Goes from NASCAR to racing with us out here at Heart of Texas Speedway. So, 4 laps down, 16 to go. We'll restack and repack. Going to be the 4 of Hopkins, the 48 of Mike Land, 25 of Michael Gannett, 13C of Cody Schultz, Nate Dixon in the 10 machine. That will round out your top 5. Down the back straightaway. David Sisk doing a little housekeeping up in the bird stand. Putting up his clothes, doing a little laundry work, I believe. All right. Ruben Broussard and Crystal listening at home. Helped me out with my truck this week. Thanks to those guys and Ruben's Auto Repair. Appreciate that. Everybody listening at home, Race on Texas. All access pass, $39.99. That will get you the month all across Texas and southern Oklahoma, Louisiana, wherever they are. Be sure to pick Heart of Texas Speedway as your home track. Half of that money comes back to the racetrack automatically. We appreciate that and the support. Chris David over at Race on Texas. Once again, thanks to David Good Towing for the fireworks display. And again, thank you to all of you veterans and active members and everybody that has been and will be and was in the military for everything you do and have done. We could not do the fun stuff that we get to do without what you have made, the sacrifices you've made for us. So we appreciate that. All right. We're working on the lineup, I think. Tomorrow night's A main for the stock cars, $5,000 to win. A lot of money on the line. I promise you it is going to be a show you want to see. Also at intermission tomorrow night, we'll be auctioning off the drivers. What that means is if you buy a driver and you paid $100 and that driver wins, you get half of that pot. If there's $4,000 in there, you get $2,000. The other $2,000 goes to that driver. 24 drivers will be auctioned off at intermission. So you want to be here for that. Cash money only, no checks, no credit cards, no IOUs, no food stamps. Cash only tomorrow night in the driver's auction. At intermission, lights are out. Ryan Hopkins took a little hiatus from racing with us. Back out in the brand new 4 machine. Out front early. Up on the top side of 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Mike Land on the bottom side. The 10 of Nate Dixon. Up working the top side. Here comes Michael Gannett in that 4th position. Schoenrock has been shuffled back into about the 9th position now. Car just not working for him down on the bottom. Going to be Ryan Hopkins. 4 laps down. We got a melee. We got Duloc facing the wrong way. Duloc facing the wrong way. Shout out to Rusty Allen. That fried food, the funnel cakes, fried jalapenos, stuffed jalapenos, yummy. Yummy, yummy. Get down there and get you some snacks. My goodness. Funnel cakes, cheese sticks, jalapenos, cold beer, and water, Cokes, whatever you can imagine. Working on the 110, not sure what we're doing down there. What are we doing, cornbread? Cornbread. What are we doing? Get on your radio. Talk to Dad. Dad, the 110, his right rear quarter panel's wrinkled up a little bit, Dad. Can we let him go out there, Dad? Cornbread. All right, we're going to send him to the pits. You know what? Let's send him to the pits. Got what? Going to send the 110 to the pits for lack of proper safety gear. Got to have all your safety gear if you're going to race out here, fans. Good job there, Cornbread. Way to send them back. By the way, the announcer and the assistant announcer, Mike McCarthy, are working for drinks up here, by the way. It was good, wasn't it? It was good. Pastor Jim got him a baked potato. He's full, fat, and happy. He's about to take a nap on me. Hope we don't need any immediate praying. You might be napping. All right, lights are out. Here we go, Ryan Hopkins. Hopkins with a good start. A good restart, we should say. Hopkins on the bottom side, the 10, Dixon. Followed by the 25 of Michael Gannett through the middle of the racetrack. The 48 of Mike Land on the bottom side. The 13, senior Cody Schultz, 3 wide down the back straightaway. With the 54A to Caden Honeycutt on the top side. Honeycutt raced in NASCAR last week. Now joining us here at Heart of Texas Speedway. Fun to see that kid. It's a kid that just likes racing. He doesn't care what he's racing. Give me a steering wheel and a gas pedal. I want to go. Honeycutt. He's got a long ways to go, though, to catch a 4 of Hopkins. Hopkins. Many feature wins here at Heart of Texas, but none this year. Schoenrock going to get down on the bottom side, going to make a 4 wide down the front straightaway. Oh, the 54 is broke. I believe that's going to be Caden Honeycutt breaks. We got one around. Let's get it off the track, 29. No. No. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Caution. What do you get when you spin out on the track? Caution. Honeycutt in the infield. Not sure what the deal is there. All right. Stop right there. Oh, he's going to keep going now. Let's get the 54 to the infield. Let's go green next time by. 29. What are you doing? What possible question could you have, sir? A lot of extra sponsors have stepped up for tomorrow nights for the stock cars. Big sponsors, little sponsors. Don't forget, if you want to help, $20 is all it takes. Hell, $5 is all it takes. We can put that money wherever you want. You just message me and I'll make sure it gets to where you want it to go. Probably got close to $1,000 already. Probably over that, actually. Cham Savage. Pit stop. Crystal Broussard says I watch too much TikTok. My money don't jiggle, jiggle. It folds. I like it when you wiggle, wiggle. Faux show. All right, here we go. Lights. No, not this time. Bye. You make me dribble, dribble. You know. All right. Down the front straightaway. Tomorrow night. After this, we still got IMCA Southern Sport Mods, the modifieds, and the stock cars. And if it's anything like the street stock race was, 3 wide at the flag stand for the final win. Mayfield, Brandon Hood, and Vota coming out the winner. We got a night in store. Oh, Brian. Here we go. Ryan Hopkins says now is when we're going to go. Dixon a little tight. Going to push up the racetrack a little bit. Going to have to lift just a bit. That's going to take away some of his momentum. Hopkins down the back straightaway, followed by the 10 of Dixon. Michael Gannett up on the top side. Gary Fitch on the bottom side. Fitch had a very good heat race. And the back straightaway. It's going to be Hopkins, followed by Nate Dixon, Michael Gannett, Gary Fitch. Hopkins working the very top of the racetrack. We saw him do that last year a lot. And I mean a lot. Simpson gonna make it 3 wide down the front straight. A little bump. Oh no. Oh no. I don't know. But I think the 13 might have to get a little. I don't think I saw the 13 lift much right there, but I don't know. They got a little Western down the front straightaway. Simpsons, I think he's going to let him know, hey, I'm not happy with you, 13. I'm not happy with you. Oh, bump and grind, bump and grind. Huh. Let's take it to the pits, they said. I'm selling tickets at their pits for $10 a person. Tickets at the 13 pits for $10 a person. You can come and watch. Send them to the front stretch, Selby. Send them out there. Let them duke it out. All right. Send them both to the pits. Man, it's so much easier when I'm the announcer, not the promoter. I like this job. All right. 11 down, 9 to go. One to go at the flag stand. Hopkins, Dixon, Gannett. Gannett with a good solid run. Cornbread going to go settle a little fight in the back stretch. $15-lap feature now. We've been out here for 17 minutes. Hopkins, heck of a start. Here comes Dixon, Fitch, Gannett, Hanson, Schoenrock, Land, Kemp. We'll be getting 2 to go next time by. Laps to go, the 15-lap feature race. Going to be Ryan Hopkins down the back straightaway by about 14 car lengths, or give or take. Let's just say a half a straightaway. White flag, Ryan Hopkins.
Hopkins coming to the checkered flag. Ryan Hopkins. Lots of water on the bottom side of the racetrack. Ryan Hopkins, first feature win of the year, I do believe, for the Ford machine. Pastor Jim with the spotlight. Your IFCA Stock Car A qualifier lined up next. Ryan Hopkins taking a deep breath. He forgot how to do this. He's out of the car. He's excited. We were... Ryan, Selby and I was kind of kidding you earlier if you had any talent or any speed left, but I guess you found a little talent and a little speed tonight.
Maybe. I think I lost some the other night leading this thing out here, and car just went away from me, and we changed some things. It's running pretty shitty right now, but we got it done, man. We just got this thing wrapped. I need to thank Amber Bell and Ronnie Bell for putting this wrap on. Dustin Davis Racing, Leo's Plastic, Breaking Clutch, Jenkins Race Components, Don Wildy Racecraft, Keep Austin Country, Hellion Race Cars, 41 Shocks, Champ One Race Fuel, Race on Texas, Shepherd Motorsports, Way White Trucking, Amarillo Den, my wife and kids, Chestnut's Boutique, Memphis Motorsports, and Flying B Fab. Man, thank everybody that helps me get here.
Ryan Hopkins, your factory stock winner tonight. Ryan says he's not feeling the best tonight, but he's here and he wins. So, Ryan Hopkins, your factory stock winner. Up next, your stock car A qualifier. Your A qualifier for your IMCA stock cars on the pole is a 37 of Jeffrey Abbey. On the outside, the 70 of GW Egbert. Inside row number 2, this is 4725. That's Bangin' Benji Kirkpatrick. And the outside, the 5 of Dustin Mooney. Where's my Mooney fans? I paused right here just for y'all. Inside row number 3, the 114 of Thomas Hall. And the outside, the 5H of Lance Hansen. Inside, row number 4, the 9 of Jason, the Acrobat. And the outside, the 13G of David Good. Inside, row number 5, the 97 of Doug Lorenz. And the outside, the 29 of Marcus Harcrow. Inside, row number 6, the 37H of Garrett Higgins. And the outside, the 14 of Joe O'Brien. Inside, row number 7, the 12 of Weston Abbey, and the outside, the 11 of Cameron Cook. Inside, row number 8, the 165 Eric Miles, and the outside, the 03E of Dylan Smith. Inside, row number 9, the 88 of Blake Clark, and the outside, the 21E of Alan Essenberg. Inside, row number 10, 22 of Justin Waringa, and the outside, the 70T of Trevor Egbert. Inside, row 11, the 48R of Raymond McSpadden, and the outside of 489 of Anthony Otkin. Inside, row number 12, the 18 of Tim Clunch, and the outside of 28J of Justin Neighbors. So, what's going to happen here is the top 8 will make tomorrow night's A main, the Big A. The top 4 will redraw places 1 through 4 tomorrow night. Places 5 through 8 will redraw 5th through 8th. So if you run 8, the best you can draw is 5. If you run first, the worst you can draw is 4. So that's how this is going to work. Everybody else will start over tomorrow. Top 8 go into the Big A. Everybody else will start over. 20 laps. 20 laps is the distance for your stock cars. As I had mentioned earlier, Abbey and Egbert on the front, they both came from deep in one of their heats and won it, and the other one started early front of their heat and won it. And that's how you get those passing points. So keep an eye on that 4th, 5th, 6th position. That's a very important position. And then keep an eye on that 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th position. 9th place starts over tomorrow just like you'd never showed up today. So pretty important tonight right here for your IMCA stock cars. By the way, my favorite class, if anybody was questioning or asking. Yeah. Pastor Jim says this is going to be a good race, and I agree wholeheartedly. It's going to be an excellent race. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 23 cars. Abbey, Egbert. Lights will be going out next time by. We'll get one to go this time. 20 laps is the distance. Again, keep your eye on that 2nd, 3rd, 4th position.
and that 7th, 8th, 9th position. Those are pretty important numbers for your stock cars. $5,000 on the win on the line for tomorrow night. Lights are out down the back straightaway. They're going to bunch them up. Get ready to go. Egbert. Abby. Who's your pick? Can't rule out the Mooney, and you can't rule out Bert Kirkpatrick. Jason Batt. David Good has looked good in the race car tonight as well. Jason Batt on the bottom side. Doing what Jason Batt does, works it right around the tires where nobody else is. Oh no, Higgins. Higgins around. Raringa's around. Raringa keeps it going. Higgins. Higgins. Solo spin on Higgins. All right. Y'all know better than that. They get 2 in the feature races. Don't make me come down here and spank your hands. They get 2 in the feature. We can't send them off after 1. But next time we will. All right. Re-rack, restack. Abby had a good start. We got 1 down, Selby.
I don't know if I'll find out.
We're going to find out, Selby says. Michael Gannett, after a good run in a factory stock, coming across the racetrack. Look forward to seeing him back tomorrow evening. Don't forget, while we got a little quiet time, if you get you got any trash, be sure to put it in receptacles. We got lots of them around here. Help us pick that up. That makes our job tomorrow. Mine and Pastor Jim's job tomorrow. We don't want to be out here picking up trash in the middle of the day, 110 degrees. Oh, Dylan Smith slow on the front stretch. Also, if you rented a chair, please return it to that same area where you rented it from. Once again, that helps us tomorrow not have to be out here rounding up chairs. Dylan Smith checking on the left front of that machine. The Thrill Show. Wonder if Charles Cosper's listening at home, the 33C. Cosper, text me if you're at home. He called me earlier today, but I was very busy. Cosper working on his new hot rod. We might see him back out here in 2025. Kids will be like going to college and stuff. The Breeze. Sniper John texted he's going to be here tomorrow. From way up north. He's going to bring like that northern accent and maybe some northern weather. Probably not. Sniper John. All right. We lined up, David Sisk. Yep. Here we go. Lights will be going out. Down the back straightaway. Abby, Kirkpatrick, Egbert, Batt, Mooney. That's your hot spot on the racetrack, that top 4. Here we go. Jeffrey Abbey with a wonderful start in that 37 machine. Followed by Jason Batt. Kirkpatrick gets a little shot in the backside from Egbert. Oh no. What are we doing? Oh, we got Doug Lorenz turning facing the wrong way. David Sisk. He can't hear me. David Sisk. He can't hear me. 97 up and going. All right, we got one in the books, kids. Selby, yell at him on the receiver. Let's click some laps off, drivers. Let's get a rhythm. Y'all are better than this. '97 broke. Well, that worked out well. Huh. I'm not real sure what all that was about. I really don't have any clue what that was all about. Egbert got into the back of the 47-25, getting into 1, 3, and 4 just a little bit, but it was nothing more than just a little racing. Yeah. Wow. Wow. You put $5,000 out there, people do a lot of different stuff, don't they, Pastor Jim? Jim, you know what they need? They need Jesus. Those drivers all need Jesus. When Selby has to come out on the track, wow. Here comes Jerry. Here comes the boss. This is the A qualifier. This pays nothing. They know that, right? There is absolutely no pay in this. It's just qualifying for tomorrow. Huh. There's John. There's Jerry. There's Selby. Mike. Cornbread. Got a meeting of the minds. Huh. That was interesting. Wow. Okay. They said they're ready. Here comes Egbert back out. GW Egbert back out in the 70 machine. 1 to go. This is all for free. Imagine tomorrow night when it's 5,000. Here we go. Abby, up on the top side. GW Egbert, Jason Batt down on the bottom side. Batt doing what he does, works right around the race car. Rear brakes will be glowing in about 3 more laps. Egbert has to lift a little bit. Mooney's now up in that top 4. Here comes David Good, O'Brien, Hargrove, Weston Abbey, Hall, Hanson, Blake Clark. Going to be Jeffrey Abbey, Jason Batt, G.W. Egbert, Dustin Mooney, David Good, Lance Hansen on the bottom. There's a gaggle of them now for that 8th, 9th, and 10th spot. 5 laps down, 15 to go. Very good racetrack to work with, right on the bottom or right on the top side. They were able to work both sides of it. Abbey down, up on the top side, Jason Batt down on the bottom side. Jason Batt still on the bottom, and Abbey still just rolling very smooth up on the top side. That is what Jeffrey Abbey does. Notice the car never steps out, never gets out of shape, just stays underneath him all the way around the racetrack. The 37 machine of Jeffrey Abbey. Abbey, now Batt jumps to the top side, Egbert, Mooney. Egbert looks a little slow down the back straightaway. Good's going to jump to the bottom. Looks like Egbert may be holding up Mooney and David Good a little bit. Abbey, Batt, Egbert, Mooney, Good, Hall, Abbey. Jason Batt in that 9, beautiful, beautiful 9 machine down the back straightaway up on the top side. Got that mid-state machine from John up north, rolling around, but it is all Jeffrey Abbey right now. 11 down, 9 laps to go in this 20-lap feature race. Remember, the top 4 will redraw for top 4. 5 through 8 will redraw 5 through 8. Everybody up on the top side now. Jeffrey Abbey, Jason Batt, G.W. Egbert, Dustin Mooney, David Good, Weston Abbey. Weston Abbey started 13th and up into that 6th position into the transfer to tomorrow's Big A. Still going to be Jeffrey Abbey. Jason Batt following suit. Just doesn't have anything for Abbey. 28J off the pace and off the track into the infield. Gotta wonder, I mean, Jason Batt's a smart guy. He knows a top 4 redraw, so if he just runs a solid 2nd, that's the same as winning it. That's the same as running 4th. Mooney running 4th. Knows that exact same thing. David Good wants to get that spot though. Down, diamond it down, try to drive underneath Mooney because David Good Jr. Down the back straightaway, door to door with the 21/5M of Dustin Mooney. Jason Batt just biding his time, riding around. 2 laps to go, 18 down, 2 to go in this feature race. Jeffrey Abbey, Jason Batt, G.W. Egbert, Dustin Mooney, Good. See if Good throws some kind of a Hail Mary here. See if he can do something. White flag is out. Abbey, Batt, G.W. Egbert, Mooney, Good. Thomas Hall Jr., don't look past that kid. That kid has had a very solid run. It's going to be Jeffrey Abbey, Jason Batt, G.W. Egbert, Dustin Mooney, David Good, Thomas Hall, Weston Abbey, and Blake Clark makes the top 8. IMCA Southern Sport Mods up next. All right, let's back up. Follow along at Race on Texas. My Race Pass is where we get all the lineups. All right, here we go. A main for your Southern Sport Mods on the pole, the 12 of Brandon Guerin. On the outside, the 5X of Michael Dabney. Inside, row number 2, the 6 of Chance Morris. And the outside, the 4JR of Moon Evans. Inside, the 601 of Trevor Cogburn. And the outside, the 4G of Garrett Rawls. Inside, row number 4, the P1 of Paul White. And the outside, the 21T. That's Miss Taylor Florio. Tay-Tay. Inside, row number 5, the 17 of Jeff Shepard. And the outside, the 87 of David Montgomery. Inside, row number 6, the 778 of Jason Hubert. And the outside, the 33 of Sam Burgess. Inside, row number 7, the 76 of Joe Finling. And the outside, the 3 of Corbin Willett. Inside, row number 8, the 65T of Keith Tomlinson. And the outside, the 91 of Jack Lewis. Ninth row, inside, the 17 and James Nicholson. And the outside, the 88X of Connor Montgomery. Inside row number 10, the 9 of Jonathan Beard. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. Brandon Guerin on the inside, on the outside. Michael Dabney in the 5X. Dabney up on the top side, Guerin on the bottom side. Sport Mod's a little better tire to work with. See if we can get a little better couple of grooves of racing to work with. Dabney up on the top side, Brandon Guerin on the bottom side. Drag race down the back straightaway. It's going to be Michael Dabney by about 4 car lengths. Guerin's now going to jump to the top side, followed by the Michael Dabney, Brandon Guerin, Boone Evans, Garrett Rawls, and Morris will be your top 5. Dabney, Guerin, Evans, Rawls, Morris. Everybody jumping to the top shelf now. 4 of 15 laps down in your IMCA Southern Sport Mods. Michael Dabney, I believe, is still your national points leader. I'll have to look that up, but not right now. Maybe later tomorrow. Michael Dabney, Brandon Guerin, Boone Evans, Garrett Rawls, Chance Morris, Trevor Cogburn, Paul White. Rounds out your top 7. Dabney, about an 8 car length lead. Eight of your 15 laps down, over halfway done in your IMCA Southern Sport Mod A main. Dabney up into the lap traffic. Jack Lewis now. Gonna go to the bottom, kind of put a little slider on him. Jack Lewis gonna stay up out of the way, let him go. Thank you, sir, appreciate that 91. Same for Brandon Guerin, and then here comes the 4 JR of Evans and the 4 of Garrett Rawls. Rawls gonna stay up a little bit higher. Jack Lewis out of the way now. It's gonna be Boone Evans in that 3rd position, Rawls in the 4th. Thought Rawls might try a little slider there, receiving a Hail Mary dive bomb him, but just not enough momentum to do that, I don't believe. We'll be getting 2 laps to go next time by, I do believe. Maybe it's going to be a 20-lap feature race. My race pass is not correct. Garrett Rawls, Boone Evans still fighting for that 3rd and 4th position. Through the lap traffic, it's going to be Boone Evans. Garrett Rawls going to open up the entry a little bit now, see if he can skate up by the 33. That's going to cost him a couple of spots and a little bit of room behind Boone Evans. 5 to go this time. 20-lap feature race. One around, Beard, but he's off the track. Stop, there's a wall there. Michael Dabney is all Dabney all the time right now. Half a straightaway over the field. 2 laps to go, 2 flags in the air for Michael Dabney in the 5X, followed by the 12 of Brandon Guerin, the 4JR of Boone Evans, the 4G of Garrett Rawls, and the 6 of Jance Morris. White flag this time for Michael Dabney.
And your winner, Michael Dabney in the 5X. Dabney in the 5X, a dominating win. Your IMCA Southern Sport Mods. Michael Dabney out of the race car, 5X. IMCA Southern Sport Mod winner. Got his flat bill cap on. Are you getting ready for sprint car racing, son? You got the flat bill cap on.
It's just all about that swag, you know.
Well, it was a very dominating win tonight. It was fun to watch, but there was nobody around you, buddy.
Well, I didn't know that. I was on the edge of my seat every lap, especially trying to get to the bottom, getting around this lap traffic. It's a hell of a lot freer down there than it is on the top side, I can tell you that much.
Well, anybody you want to thank that helped you get here tonight, buddy?
Oh, yeah. Lakeside Ice, Speed Secrets, Lefty's Mobile Detailing, RaceCondo.com, Syntex Metals, Speed Secrets, Huber Roofing, my girlfriend Hope, Chad Reedy. I couldn't do it without him. He busts his ass in the shop with me every week. Reba's Allowance, I hope she opens her pocketbook back up for me. Man, anybody I forgot, I appreciate everybody.
Good job. That's Michael Dabney in the 5X, your IMCA Southern Sport Mod winner. Dominating fashion tonight. Up next will be your IMCA Modifieds. Don't forget, tomorrow night, same time, same place. Gates at 6:30, races at 8:30. We'll have the complete show for factory stocks and street stocks. And then we will redraw for the stock cars and start them over as well. And that's tomorrow night here. Same time, same place, same bat channel. What up, Jack? What are you hollering at, buddy? 8 o'clock. I've been corrected. Okay, it's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. I'm wrong. They could just dock my pay. Selby or Shelby? Selby. Shelby, Jack. Oh, I almost fell down. He's got to catch me. His little fat ass can't run that fast.
IMCA Modifieds on the racetrack. Let's get our lineups there. On the pole, supposed to be the 7G of David Goob, but it's going to be the 54T of Matthew Day. Outside the 94B of Brenda Kirby. Inside, Willie G, all the way from Oklahoma, William Gouldney. Outside the 17 of Cody Tidwell. Inside the 48R of Raymond McSpadden. The outside the 94 of Chris Morris. Inside, row number 4, the 45T of Eric Tomlinson, and outside the 5 of Kevin Green. Inside, the 39 of David Gonzalez, and the outside, Mike Hathcock in the 03. And the inside, the Jacob Church, and the outside of 47 of Tom Earl. Here comes David Good. David Good, after qualifying in the stock car, a little late getting to the modified race. Going to tag the back, get some laps under his belt. But out front is going to be the 52. Oh. Melee down the back straightaway, but they got it figured out somehow, some way. Matthew Day, followed by William Gould, the 94 of Chris Morris, 17 of Cody Tidwell, Kevin Green, Eric Tomlinson working the bottom of the racetrack. Raymond McSpadden has to put the binders on. That's going to let Jacob Church get by him. Raymond going to go to the bottom this time. Church up on the top side. But for your second position right now, it's going to be Chris Morris, followed by William Gould. Gould now going to drift up and cross over, try to get underneath Chris Morris. Going to follow suit along the top side. Still going to be the 54T of Matthew Day. Last week's winner. Been very good and very consistent here at Heart of Texas Speedway. Matthew Day, Chris Morris, William Gould, the 17 of Cody Tidwell, Kevin Green. Kevin Green going to try to work underneath Cody Tidwell. Not much doing down the back straightaway. Everybody's in a single file up on the top side. Very slick racetrack. Halfway down, halfway to go in this 15-lap feature race for your IMCA Modified. Matthew Day, followed by Chris Morris. Chris Morris closed that gap just a little bit. Morris closed the gap on a 54 of Day. Going to get underneath him and see if he can close it a little bit more. 5 laps to go, 10 down, 5 to go this time. Morris, the handyman. All hands in the 94 machine. Found a little bit of a groove, about 2 grooves down from where everybody else is running. Down the back straightaway. One around, caution. That's Miss Brenda. Miss Brenda. Brenda gonna take it off the back straightaway, take it off the track. It's going to be 54 of Matthew Day up front, followed by the 94 Chris Morris, 60 of William Gould, 17 of Tidwell, 5 of Green, 45 of Tomlinson, the 24 of Church, and a 48 of McSpadden. 47 of Tom Earl, 03 of Hathcock, Good and Gonzalez. Chris Morris wants the top side. Chris Morris wants the top side. See if William Gould doesn't play a few mind games here. See if he doesn't put a little slider on the field. We like fireworks. We like sliders. Up underneath him. Chris Morris. Crossover. Slider. Crossover. Oh, off the path, and that's going to cost Chris about 2 spots. Heck of a move by the 94. Gutsy move. That puts Green for that 5th position up in the 2nd position somehow. Reverse of last week. Last week, Green was leading it, and the 54 of Day snuck by him somehow. We got 2 laps to go this time. Slider. Green throws it in there, but this won't make it stick. Day crossover. Textbook crossover at that. Checkered flag, 54, Matthew Day.
What I believe is our final feature of the night. Matthew Day in a 54T. Winner. Couple of late sliders thrown on him. One by Chris Morris and one by Kevin Green. Want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Don't forget, if you had too many beverages, you might want to get you a ride home, get an Uber, get a friend, or just stay here with me tonight, whatever. Matthew Day climbing out of the race car. Matthew Day out of the race car. That's your IMCA modified winner in the 54T. Today we had a couple of late sliders thrown on you there. We kind of did the technical textbook crossover and made it look easy, buddy.
Thank you. We had a pretty good car, good enough to stay out front. We got lucky with the starting spot, being able to start pole. It really helped out a lot, made us not have to work so hard and abuse our stuff to get there. So I was able to have some stuff left over for when they wanted to try that.
Well, it was fun. You made it entertaining. And who helped you get here tonight, buddy?
My mom and dad, they helped me a lot. They helped me get anything I need. But S&D Directors, H&B Oil, Smiley's, Dave Kane, who helped me a lot with the setup on this car. Longhorn, Wells, ATC, and Bob Tepper Chevrolet.
Awesome, buddy. It's good to see you here again. We'll see you next week. Matthew Day in the 54T. That's your IMCA modified winner. Don't forget, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, I've been corrected, 8 o'clock. We'll have street stocks, factory stocks. We'll have heats, last chance qualifiers, and your A main for $5,000 to win. Don't forget, we'll be doing a driver auction at intermission. Bring your cash. No checks, no cards. Cold, hard cash for the driver's auction. See y'all tomorrow night. Thanks for being here.